All right, so first up I want to talk about the crosslinker, and then we're going to look at the mar resistance again. So the way this works is you add up to 1% per volume with a 50-50 mix of water. So basically, if you had 10 ounces of material, you would add 1 ounce of this and then 1 ounce of water blended together, and then put it in your mixture and stir it up real good. Okay, now it's kind of like a solvent-based conversion varnish after that. This, you have a 24-hour pot life, but what you can do is to extend it. You can add up to 50% of the material back in. So what would happen is, let's say we shot that 10 ounces and we had 5 ounces left at the end of the day. All right, we can put another 5 ounces in there. That will carry that material over for that 24-hour period to the next day, and then we re-cross-link again at 10 ounces. Okay, so it's kind of like a solvent-based conversion varnish. All right, so basically that's what I wanted to talk about, is how that worked. Now, the water that you want to add, it needs to be distilled, or in Europe they consider it deionized. I don't know where you get deionized water unless you've got a deionizer in your house. I mean, they do have that. So I just use distilled water. So anyway, so let's look at the addendum to the mar resistance. All right, I decided I didn't feel like the mar resistance was that good in the video by itself, but I thought it had something to do with the shellac. So I found another panel that I had made with the solo under it, and sure enough, it's definitely better without the shellac under it. So you guys have heard me talk about how I feel like this stuff is brittle. This is really interesting. I may actually take some other coatings and put on that and see if we get the same thing. So, interesting stuff. All right, so as I come across things like this and I learn more about a product, I may do another video or an addendum to it. One of the things that I'm going to do is, I think I may shoot a piece of plywood with shellac and then put several other types of material on top of it. And we're going to kind of take a look at how that shellac performs under some of these others, because I'm not sure if it's consistent with every other finish that's out there. Now, I don't see this with like a de-wax shellac clear. It's just something with that bend that makes it brittle. And I know a lot of you guys out there have shot it and you say you haven't had any issues, but I've had hit or miss issues with it. So, you know, I don't know. That's why I switched over to vinyl sealer. You know, you guys can do what you want to. I'm hoping still that someone's going to come out with a water-based primer that kind of solves all these issues that we deal with. Now, while I got it here, a lot of guys are like asking me about the Renner stuff, okay? I got some, and this is one of the self-sealing products, and I've got the panel shot, and I have a whole bunch of information coming from MK Sales in California. They're like, I think they're going to be one of the main distributors in the country. I don't know all the details, but we'll look at this in a few weeks. I want to let this harden up a good 14, probably 21 days, because I got some other stuff I'm going to do. And we'll take a look at this stuff and see what's happening. Just a quick brief. It shoots really well. It's very similar to the CIC in how it shoots and how it lays out. And that's all I can really tell you so far. The mar resistance, I did kind of test the mar resistance. It's really, really good. But I haven't really done any chemical tests or anything yet, so stay tuned for that. And but they have a wide line of material, so it may take a while to kind of sift through the Renner line. So be patient, and we will get to it. And above all else, remember, test, don't guess, and we will see you next week. Thanks.